I am picking up divine counterparts and divine connections. So let's see what comes through. As always, remember that this is a general collective reading. So rather than a prediction, take it as guidance, a wisdom that you can carry with you on your own journey. So let's see. What is coming through this week for the feminine collective? Okay. We've got Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Very beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna pull another one. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Okay, that's interesting. I want to start with Tarot. Divine Feminine. I feel that this is going to resonate with you, especially if you are just starting your menstrual phase, or if you are about to come off, or you've just come off your menstrual phase. There is a lot that is happening on an inner level, and that is for us our menstrual phase, the phase of release. The first card, the Priestess card, is telling us how are you being called to step up and lead, and it's also telling us that there is a way or a side of you, a part of you that is still reluctant or hesitant to step up fully in your divine light. And the second message is telling us, don't dim your light in order to fit in. How are you dimming your own light? Where is it that you're trying to put yourself in which box? In which, like, in what parameters you're trying to put yourself in order for you to flow, is what I'm getting. And I am picking up, the reason why I'm picking up divine counterpart connections, we'll see what Tarot will show, but what I'm picking up is that your masculine is currently reflecting back at you either what you need to release or the way how you are. The pouch of these cards just flew away, so there is more revelation that's coming through, or like those parts of you that are meant to glow but you're still suppressing them. Let's see. Okay, we have 10 of Cups. Oh, okay, we've got 7 of Swords, the Hermit, and 10 of Wands. Very, very interesting. Okay, I feel this Hermit symbolizes your inner wisdom and your inner knowing, something that you have discovered within yourself throughout your journey. But I feel the way how you're almost like carrying yourself, or the way that you are living your 3D life, is almost like with that 7 of Swords energy. What I'm sensing is you're having that knowing, you have either recognized your gifts or you're in a process of recognizing your gifts, and yet there is this part of you that says, oh, but this is like for the spiritual side of me. For the physical, for the 3D part of me, I've got the chores to do, I've got this and that, and almost like you're putting up that front, which you know it's not your reality, or like a job that you are in complete discord with, but you go there and you do all that because there is part of you that believes that your spiritual gifts can unfold and can unwrap at a later on point when you've settled something in the physical, and you're being told literally with the start of the reading. How are you being called to step up and lead? And how are you dimming your own light in order to fit in? This is the energy. This is the message. It's a very self-explanatory message. I want to see why am I picking divine connections and divine counterpart. Because the 4 of Wands. I'm going to pull some more. Okay. We've got 5 of Pentacles. I want to do another one. Okay, we've got 7 of Cups and Knight of Cups. I feel the reason why I'm picking up divine counterparts is so that I'm picking up you reestablish your belief in your own magic. Everything about your connection with your divine counterpart is pure magic. This is not something that can be explained in plain English. This is not something that is logical. It doesn't follow. If you're in a divine connection, be it a twin flame connection or like a soul connection, I don't want to label it. You resonate with it in the way that you do. Nothing about that connection was following any guidelines, following any rules, following any traditional beliefs. It was all like a gift from the divine. And I feel that when it comes to your purpose and when it comes to your own calling, whatever that may be, you're being asked to refer back to your connection and the way that your connection, how did it unfold? Like after each 5 of Pentacles cycle, there was 4 of Wands. After each cycle of going away from each other, like going separate ways, going in the opposite ways for whatever reason, whether it was because you were seeking your own journey or whether your masculine was seeking his own journey and exploring in depth, or whether there was any physical challenges and any physical obstacles, whatever that was, after each cycle of feeling pulled away from each other, you would go back to yourself, you would meet yourself on a deeper level, and hence that connection will go on a higher level. On a higher level, I feel like the connection was graduating, is what I'm picking up. And it was this is the journey. This is how it was unfolding with 7 of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Like each time you had the opportunity, you had the choice, you had the free will to believe into whatever you choose to believe in. And as you kept believing in that connection, you kept believing in that man, that he is becoming a man of God, he would come back to you as a man of God without your physical input, right? And I'm being guided to tell you that you're being asked to follow the same formula when it comes to your inner gift, when it comes to your purpose. You're being asked, how are you being called to step up and lead? And I feel that there is a lot of release that is currently happening for the feminines during their menstrual phases. There could be this going back and forth energetically, going back and forth like spiritually, and being on and off, and feeling like at some point you have got enough clarity and you have so much knowledge and you have so much wisdom and you know exactly what the next step is, and then in the next moment you feel completely lost and you feel completely disconnected, and there is so much waves of emotions that are rising up and you don't know why. And the guidance here is Just let it flow. Whether there is an emotion that wants to come through, whether there are tears that want to come down, let them down. Let them. Just let them. Allow that emotion to be released, because only then your truth will be visible. I want to pull another card. I'm gonna use this deck. I feel there is an extra message when it comes to the divine counterpart connections. I feel that the more the feminine is doing for herself, the more the masculine is doing for the connection. Like, it may not look like that he's physically doing something for the connection, but it feels like he's preparing something for the both of you. Let's see, what is the guidance here for your divine feminine? What is the message? Oops, that was loud. Yes, 3, 2, 1. Resilience. And it's number 42. That's beautiful. And at the bottom of the deck we have slowness, and this is number 36. What I'm picking up here, what I'm sensing from this is, like, when it comes to resilience, it may feel uncomfortable, it may feel like you want to avoid an emotion that is within you because you don't understand what the source of that emotion is. This is specifically for my feminines that are menstruating right now. Okay, we have a little bee joining. It feels like if there is an emotion that the source of that emotion and the root of that emotion is unknown but also unpleasant, you may feel like you want to avoid it, like you want to escape it because you don't know how to navigate it. And you're being guided here to just remain there, remain present with what wants to come through, and allow your body to show you how it wants to relieve itself, how it wants to release that emotion. And you are being reminded that this phase is the phase that you're meant to go slow. This is not the phase that you're meant to be like working out hard and inputting yourself in creating. During my menstrual week, I barely created any content. I barely showed up my face online, but I was present for myself. And let me tell you, so much cleared that now I feel so clear when it comes to how I want to flow my energy and where I want to create. I want to pull another card that is specifically for the divine counterparts, for the masculine. What do we need to know about him, or is there any message, anything that we need to know, anything that he wants to convey as a message to us? King of Pentacles and Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. He may be an earth sign. He may have heavy earth placements. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't need to be. And you might have strong fire placements. Not necessarily. Could be just the energy. The message I'm picking up, and there is the sun as well, and the sun is just coming out again. The message I'm picking up here as a message from the divine masculine to the feminine is like, I am standing stronger in my energy because you're my fire. You're my fuel. But remember that the Queen of Wands carries the energy of the seductress, of the lover archetype. She's the woman who manifestation is not something that she tries to do. She just knows how to flow her energy. The energy I'm picking up from this masculine is that he's really working hard right now. In the physical, he's working hard. I feel that he's working on himself, but he's also working hard on his physical, on his 3D. Like almost like legacy is what I'm picking up. And at this point of time, you're being guided to work on your Queen of Wands energy. You're being guided to work with your own magic. This isn't about finding proof that you're a woman of fire. This is about you reclaiming yourself as a woman of fire. Every woman is, regardless of your sun, moon, rising astrology chart, every woman is. This is giving me a lot of Mars energy. Also, where is your Mars? What house is your Mars in? More specifically, not so much the sign, but what house? Because that is also showing you how you're moving forward, like how you're finding your own drive, what drives you. Okay, let's pull one last card. I don't want this reading to get too long. The message was quite clear. Okay, let's see, one last card. What do we need to hear right now? What else? How do we close this reading? I'm getting number 8, number 18. Okay, we've got 2 cards. Oh, we've got, the first card is Pluto, which goes with rebirth, and that is number 27. 9 may be significant. You may be in life path 9 or 2 or 7, or these numbers may be significant to you. And we also have progressions, which is symbolic of a journey, and it's number 56. 5, 6, 11, 2. This energy, I think, came out in the Sagittarius full moon reading, and it was about closing out a cycle. And I feel that this energy that is coming out now is like a continuation to a cycle that you've closed, or a cycle that you are closing right now. And if this is where you are, I would love to know, how does that journey feel for you? Or what is the cycle that you are, with self-awareness, closing? We've got Pluto, and Pluto is currently in Aquarius, and it's retrograding, and that is giving us an opportunity to almost like see those parts of you that you have overlooked, or that you didn't want to engage with, you didn't want to notice, or parts of you that unveil your gifts. But these parts, they require some extra work. They require you to revisit. And when Pluto is doing that work, it's never fun and games. It's never just love and light. Pluto is asking for deep transformation. Remember, Pluto is ruling Scorpio, and Scorpio is ruling over the 8th house. Thank you. There is the rebirth. What situation, and I'm being given like 8 years, 7 years, 8 years, 12 years. I feel that this is something like the journey that you're on is, or the part of the journey, this is like the whole reading evolves around this. This is something that you've started or experienced for the first time 7 years ago, 8 years ago, 12 years ago, and at the time you didn't have the awareness you have now as you're watching this reading. And so if you find yourself in a situation that's repeating, or something, or a feeling that's repeating related to that situation, see that from a higher perspective. See that it's part of your journey, as having to come back to the same door, to almost like open that door and see something else standing there. So what is that something else for you? If this reading resonated with you, if this message spoke to you, and if you would like to explore it deeper, there are personal readings available through the link in the description. Sending you lots of love, and I'll see you next time.